Hello there everyone and welcome to a new review on the channel. And today we are going to be looking at a very kind of not talked about and very kind of pushed under the rug product that came out some time ago, and that is the Baseball Shuffle by Wardle. This is something that came out when there was so many magic downloads, so many effects, so many things saturating the market that this kind of went completely under the radar. And that's a bit of a shame because it's actually a pretty good little download and a good like nifty little kind of opening effect that I think some of you are actually going to like and enjoy and maybe want to perform. So because of that, since this is my type of favorite videos to perform, which is underrated effects that completely skipped your radar, we're going to talk about the baseball shuffle right after the intro. Perfect, so I decided to stick around, which means you want to learn more about the baseball shuffle. So what is this? Contrary to the name baseball shuffle, you may be expecting a false shuffle or something like that, but no, this is actually an effect. It's not a false shuffle, it's a fully fledged little opening kind of effect to your set if you want. So I'm going to be performing this for you right now, and the way that it goes is you would introduce to your spectator that you have 10 cards, and you could show them here that the 10 cards that you have are the ace all the way to 10 of hearts. So you do essentially show that to them, and you tell them that we're also going to use something else. We're going to use my hat. Now, you're not obliged to use your hat. If you're someone that performs with a hat, then it's second nature, but I wouldn't carry around a hat for this effect, but for the purpose of this, I will. But you can also perform this with your inside jacket pocket or with the hoodie pocket. You can do it pretty much anywhere as long as you can place the cards and mix them up. So you'd essentially take the cards here that you just showed, and again, I'll show it to you here. It's in order. You take the cards and you place them inside of the hat. You take them like this and you give them a shuffle. So you're essentially mixing up the cards inside of the hat. And you can show it here that the cards are indeed getting mixed. So we're going to take back the cards just like this. And I'm going to show you here that the cards are now starting to mix up. You can see face down, face up in a different alteration, right? We're going to take this a step further now. If we take the cards, we place them back inside of the hat in that mixed state. Again, there's nothing else. And we just start mixing the cards just like this, face up, face down. And we think order. We just mix, just like this. You can toss them, you can mix them however you want. If it's in the jacket pocket, you can even be more aggressive with that. But I don't want the cards to essentially get out of my hat. But you can take the cards again. And you show now that the cards are starting to come in a bit of an order. You can see the ace, the 3, the 5, the 7, the 9. The cards are starting to shape up in order. You do it one last time. You take the cards, you place them inside of the hat, clean like this. And if you think order again, you can flip, you can do whatever you want, just like this, right? However you want to shuffle, nothing again in the hands. You just remove the cards from inside and you show that the cards are now back in full order from ace to 10, shuffled back in order. Nothing to see in the hat. The cards are back in order. You take them, place them inside of your pocket, and you're good to go for another table. So that's essentially the baseball shuffle in its simplest form. I didn't put a full performance on here for it, but just to give you an idea of what you can achieve with the principle and the instructions that you are given. So let's talk about where you buy this, how much does it cost, and what do you get. So this can be bought from your favorite magic dealer. It's a download, so you're going to buy this as a digital download for the effect. Is going to set you back 10 USD, which is around 14 Canadian dollars. And what you get with your purchase is, of course, a video download. It's only 10 minutes long. In that 10 minutes, you get a performance to camera, and you also get to learn how this works. He's also going to teach you what you need to make in order to make the effect work. That part of the download is not the best. I do think that it is a bit lacking. He doesn't really show you how to make it. He just tells you and then puts some still images to just showcase that to you, but it's a bit confusing. So because of that, I constantly had to go back in the video to when he shows you what you're supposed to do quickly and had to rewind constantly to see exactly the orientation, what I needed to do, what was supposed to happen. So because of that, that part is a bit confusing. I do wish there was maybe a bit more time put into that, since that's essentially the method, quote unquote. So Because of that, that part was a bit confusing, but except for that, you do understand how the effect works and everything else pretty clearly, and it's well shot and mic'd as well. Now that we know where you buy this, how much does it cost, and what do you get, let's talk about difficulties. So how difficult is the baseball shuffle to perform? The baseball shuffle is relatively easy to perform. It is pretty much self-working. The things that you have to make pretty much do the effect for you. All you have to do is have a hat, a pocket, or an inside jacket pocket, or a hoodie pocket, or whatever you want, or even you could even do this very easily in a pencil case or anything like that. It doesn't really matter. So as long as you have that, the effect is pretty much self-working. You just need to put a presentational spin on it and you are good to go. So in terms of difficulty, is very beginner level. In terms of practicality, what do you have to carry around in order to do the effect? You need your 10 cards, which can easily be just placed inside of a pocket. And once the cards are inside of a pocket, then you're good to go, as long as you have the recipient where you're going to shuffle the cards, okay? In terms of table, you do not need a table for this. In terms of reset, the effect resets instantly once you have finished performing it. In terms of angles, the angles are, if you do it as I've done it like this, so to the camera like this, then it is a 180 effect. You can't have anyone behind you. But if you were to do it kind of like this on the table, you know, spreading it like this, or spreading it, you know, with people watching from above below, and you spread it like a normal deck, then the angles can be 360. In terms of inspectability, it cannot be inspected. The pocket, the hat, the pencil case, whatever you want to use, those can be inspected, but not the cards. If you do it with a hat, it's not inspectable. But however, if you do it with a jacket pocket, then yes, that could be inspected, because you could easily, do a cleanup inside while you take out the cards the last time to show they're back in order. You can easily do a cleanup there to have the cards inspected, and he doesn't go over that in the tutorial, but I'm telling you, you can easily have, because most jacket pockets, for a suit pocket, you have multiple pockets in your suit, so you can easily, if you see what I mean, to get rid of the evidence, you can easily do that. But if not, you can have some cards examined. So you can give some cards to the inspector and say, like, do you see anything, right? There's nothing. Not all the cards, but some cards can be examined, okay? Now, where would you perform the baseball shuffle? The baseball shuffle is something that you would perform in close-up venue, in a stage parlor venue, if you have the accommodation to have a camera, or if it's a small parlor venue, you don't even need one, and social media. So this can be performed pretty much anywhere. I think on social media, this is a very fun effect to perform. It's quick, it's punchy, it's 40-ish seconds long if you do it. If you do it with minimal pattern, you just shake it, you say, look, they're mixed up logically. But if we think now as we shake the same way, order, etc., it lasts around 40 seconds. So it's a very quick effect to put on your Instagram, on your, your TikTok, your whatever, your Facebook, wherever you want to put it. It's a very simple effect to place there and to have. And it can be done, as I said, close up as well, and parlor stage. So having talked about all of this, what are the positives and negatives of the baseball shuffle? First, let's talk about the negatives. As always, what are the negatives? One of the negatives is that in the tutorial, making the cards and making your gimmicks is not as well explained as I would have liked. He doesn't even show you how to do it. And because of that, it does get a bit confusing, because the still images, even though there's text on them, they're not as clear as could have been if it would have been just shown through video format. Second negative is that in most cases, the cards won't be examined, and I know that's an issue for some people. So keep in mind, the cards will not be examinable by your audiences when you are performing this effect. In the positives, however, it's a very easy effect to do. It's relatively easy to make. It's self-working, it's very practical, it resets instantly, it's very short, which is also nice because it grabs attention, which means it's a very good opener. It can be performed pretty much anywhere, and it has a very interesting hook and a very interesting method as well. So because of all of this, would I recommend the baseball shuffle, and what do I give it on 10? Would I recommend it? I think that if you liked what you saw and you're looking for a really quick, poignant effect, personally, I wouldn't perform it with a hat. I would only do it with an inside jacket pocket where I take the cards, I clearly place them in the jacket pocket and I show them, look, we're going to shake, 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 or an outside jacket pocket, or you just show and you say, look, we're going to, and the advantage with the jacket pocket is that you can shake even harder. You can actually, like, he shows you how to shake it so hard that there's no way the spectator doesn't think that the cards aren't actually getting mixed. I would perform it with that, not with the hat. But if you like what you saw and you see this as a possible quick opener for some of your routines or some of your, effects on a table-to-table basis, I don't think you're going to go wrong with the baseball shuffle. Because of that, I'm going to be performing it. Not all the time. It's not going to be a mainstay for me. But I will perform it a few times. And because of that, I'm giving it an 8 on 10. So I hope that you enjoyed this review. If you have any additional questions, please leave them down below. If not, I'll see you on my next review. Have a good one, and bye-bye.